Welcome back. And guess what? Just because my shop is a mess and the floors are getting done doesn't mean the grind don't stop. That's right, Big Al. The grind don't stop. So I don't care that there's a big ass can of garbage here and about 1,000 tiles that still need to be put in, and my barber chairs are all scattered throughout the room. That's not gonna stop me from doing today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, today's video, I'm actually gonna do a starting lineup. I haven't done a starting lineup in a while, and the reason for that is because my starting lineup didn't change. However, ever since I've got down with Caliber, a lot of stuff has actually changed. So I'm gonna give you guys the top 5 machines that I use every day that I think make my life a lot easier. Number 1, there's definitely a lot to like about this clipper. This is the 50 cal. I know I've already done a review on it, so I'm not gonna go too in depth, but this clipper blends so good. This has really eliminated my need to go back to my trimmer. It's really able to just pretty much perform well on all levels. You know, I don't use it for clipper over comb, and I don't use it to remove bulk. And as long as you do the same thing, you're gonna find that this clipper is one of the best blending clippers you can use. And not only that, it also has a 4-hour runtime. So there's times where I literally go days without plugging this in or even sitting it back on its stand. However, we learned from Jason that you should probably leave it on its stand, or you can take it off. It doesn't make a difference. It's not gonna hurt the battery. Right. Now for a lot of people asking, like, should I use this clipper until it runs out of battery and then charge it? Or will it hurt me to just leave it on the charger all day, all night, every day?
Because these batteries are the most advanced and the latest in technology, we don't have to do that anymore. All we have to do is just whenever they're out of juice, just plug them in. Whenever, if you're not using them, plug them in. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Right, so you could just leave them sitting on the cradle all day, all night, and we're not gonna have any ongoing issues with batteries.
That's it.
As we used to.
Correct.
Especially with some of the earlier wall cordless clippers. Anyways, that's number 1, is my 50 cals. Number 2, Auster Octanes. Okay, you guys have known for a long time I've been a big fan of the Volt, and this is my old Volt. I gave it to my boy Chad over here, and he's loving it. He's still using it, and I've recently switched over to the Octane. Why did I switch? Well, I had a barber who had to leave because of medical reasons, and he had just bought all this new stuff, and I felt bad that it was basically gonna go to waste for him because he's not gonna be able to cut hair anymore. So I told him, hey, I'll buy all that stuff off of you, so at least you can have some money when you're on your way out of the shop. So I wound up with the Octanes, not expecting that that I would like them more than the Volt. However, I can't deny that these are far more quiet and about the same power, so I'm not gonna say anything on that note. However, this is the tool that I balled everybody out with. This is the 5-0 that I get it done with quickly, and I take all my bulk out with all my other blades, the mentionable blades. Okay, so the difference between a blade and a guard is obviously these are metal. Now, the blades that I really use the most, the 5-0, the 1.5, the 2, the 3.5. That's pretty much all I really use, and I use them in a way to remove bulk, and that helps me speed up my fades. That helps me move faster. Now, there's actually something else I want to throw in here. I'm gonna throw a curve. This is like a bonus. When I went to the show, this company called Shear Police gave me these shears, and they said, yo, just try them out on the YouTube channel, see what you think of them. And I have to be honest, I freaking love these things. I really do. Going back to the swivel thumb after a lot of years of not using a swivel thumb has been really fun, and I really feel like it's sped up some of the way that I do the work on the top, and it's kind of nice to work with this pair of shears. So Shear Police, big shout out, big thank you to you, and I'll throw that clip on real quick. So show us what you got, man.
We got some swivel thumb molybdenum alloy. It's all about comfort, right? Cutting hair with your elbows down and your wrists straight. So the swivel thumb gives you the ability to do that. For barber or a stylist, we got what it takes. ShearPolice.com.
Okay, number 3 in my starting lineup, we have the 357 from Caliber. Now, what you can expect out of these clippers is they're very powerful. They can actually cut through a good amount of bulk quite quickly. They can blend pretty well. The clicks in them are fun to work with, easy to use, and it really keeps you on point. And the thing about these that I like and I use them for mostly is sort of more of a bulk removing tool. Like, let's say that somebody wants a number 5 on top. Okay, well, I'm not going to use a blade for a number 5 on top because I don't have that, but I can use this for a number 5 on top. So I use this when I need to go above, say, a 3.5. I use these. I use these for some of my older gentlemen just to knock out quick tapers when I'm wrist flipping. And this clipper performs really well on pretty much any level you choose to use it. However, these two really work well with each other. I would say you almost kind of would need both of them because they both have those qualities that are going to help you to get by. My fourth machine that I just could not live without, is my Braun Series 9. Now, I have not seen a company even come close to beating this. I know a lot of people complain that they don't get too close, this, that, the other. There is nothing on this earth right now that cuts as smooth as the Braun Series 9. So shout out to Braun for making this machine that was a consumer product, not even for barbers. And I think it's become sort of a standard. You're going to see one in almost every barbershop. And especially those clients with that sensitive skin, these perform particularly well with that. And anytime I do a shootout, as a matter of fact, just the other day I did a shootout with the Gamma Absolute Zero and this. And you know what? Let me run that clip. Okay, I couldn't think of a better client to try this on, but I got the Absolute Zero here, and I'm going to compare it to the Wall Finale and my main squeeze, the Braun Series 9. This dude's hair sucks. And it's like one of the hardest for any electric shaver to use. Like, I know it might not look like that or come across like that on the video, but it's difficult for a shaver to do this. So without him looking, I'm gonna ask him which one feels better. So we're gonna start with this one. He don't know. It's 1, 2, or 3. All right.
All right.
It's number 1.
Here we go.
All right, that's 1. This is 2. Number 2. All right, so far 1 or 2?
2 so far.
2 felt better?
It did, yeah.
Now we got number 3.
All right. Close tie with 2 and 3, but I think 3 is going to be the smoothest.
There you have it. The main squeeze still holds the throne. I think Gamma's got a little bit of work left to do with this one. So using things like this has helped me to cut my skin fade time down by a very manageable time. And I'm really able to perform a good quality cut, a good quality skin fade in around 20 minutes. So if you're taking longer than 20 minutes or you're taking 45 to 50 minutes or an hour a haircut, these are some of the areas you should probably have a look at. The number 5, okay, I have the 38 Special and I have the Slimline Pros. Now, I just want to say something about the Slimline Pros because my number 5 is the Slimline Pro. And the reason why my number 5 is the Slimline Pro is because of this. Okay, for the past several years, I got actually 3 of these. For the past several years, these ones are 2 or 3 years old. I've replaced blades as necessary, sharpened them, whatever, readjusted them, cleaned them, and they just stopped performing the way they did when I first got them. However, when I bought those off of the guy who left my shop, I also bought this extra pair of Slimline LIs, which I really didn't intend to use or implement in my system because I felt like the Slimline Pro was starting to kind of fade away from me. But when I got this new pair of Slimline Pro LIs, it is unbelievable how heavy these hit. These hit so good that I'm honestly shocked. Now, the difference between how this one hits and this one hits, there is no comparison. I mean, this one, the old one, this is 3 years old or more. This one doesn't hit well at all. It's actually, I have it set back a little bit to use it on kids and people with sensitive skin. And this one, I got this one up there like the jujitsu. So this one here is definitely my number 5. Now, I just want to shout out to the 38 Special. I do use the 38 Special a lot too, and I like the 38 Special, and I've also set this one back for kids, which I feel like it really seriously outperforms my older Slimline Pro LIs. But however, for those sharp lines, doing designs, and when I really need a close cutting trimmer. I have set this one up and I found it to perform the best. Out of my top 5, 2 of them are from the Caliber Clipper Company. So if you're interested in any Caliber clippers, head over to caliberprocorp.com, type in discount code Eddie for 15% off and free shipping for all orders domestic. I'm really feeling Caliber, you guys. I'm really feeling Caliber. I think they're doing things and they're making themselves kind of heard. They're making a little splash in this business, and a lot of people are starting to figure it out, and a lot of people are sticking what's old and what's familiar to them. Now, I totally get it if you're not sure, if you're on the fence. I mean, look, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are reviewing these Caliber products, and I'm really not hearing a whole lot of bad out of them. Now, if any of you guys got anything to say about any of the stuff that I talked about, please drop it down below. I just want to say one thing before I go, is I've been selfish, all right? I'm sorry, but I wasn't really watching a lot of other YouTube barbers. I've recently started to pick that up, and I guess the reason I wasn't watching a lot of other YouTube barbers was because I didn't want to try to like steal their style. I didn't want to kind of try to be swayed by the things that they were saying. I wanted it to be coming from you know, just a place of originality, but I see that I was totally flawed and I was totally wrong. So I'm checking out a couple other barbers, and I suggest you guys do the same. One of them is definitely Ant the Barber. The dude is dope, dude. I really love watching his videos, and you know, every time I watch them, you know, I really enjoy it. Secondly, MMA Barbers. Yo, that dude is funny as hell and awesome and just an all-around good dude. So you guys should check out his channel. I was watching when that girl got kicked in the face. I was wrong about that one. And the other one is Big Al. Big Al's barber channel is great. This dude is dropping a lot of good nuggets for just ownership and building your business, and really cool vlogs and good reviews. And you know, I think that I'll be watching all these guys' videos as they come out. So shout out to those guys, and I know there's a lot of other ones out there that I'm missing, but I just wanted to say that if you guys are following my channel, go over to them guys, subscribe to those guys, and you are not going to be disappointed. All right, man. Well, I got a lot of work to do in here, as you guys can see. I got my floor people coming, and we're about to get back on the grind. And Big Al, the grind don't stop. I'm out. I'm in.